Hey guys, just wanted to go over some training with you all. This is take two. I just sat here for 20 minutes and thought I was recording, or I recorded and didn't stop recording after I ended the meeting or before I ended the meeting, and I lost it. So this is take two. So hopefully this is on point and concise, and I don't ramble too much. So, um, so this is training about the dreaded drama triangle and the empowerment dynamic. It's how we as people have the choice. Which one do we belong to? Are we going to be in the dreaded drama triangle, or are we going to be in the empowerment dynamic? We as people have the choice to either feel like we're being persecuted and we're a victim and someone is constantly rescuing us, or we are a creator of our own destiny. We're able to challenge ourselves and challenge others and coach and help people along. That's kind of how you delineate which triangle you're in, whether you're in the TED triangle, which is the one where you're empowering and self-motivating, or you are in the dreaded drama triangle where you wallow in your own pity and you want others to feel sorry for you and you don't know why stuff always happens to you, or somebody else just did something really bad to you, or I got sick and why me, or my house burned down, or there's a tornado, or just any situation that you can decide to pull negativity from versus look at it, learn from it, grow from it, and get out of the woe is me and why me mentality and grow as a person and create your own destiny moving forward. So without further ado, I'm going to screen share here and we're going to jump right into it. Well, actually, before we do that, this training was presented at the Train the Trainer training out in California here a couple weeks ago. Christy was homesick with the kids. I went out to it, and this was a rather eye-opening experience. It was just a matter of an hour, if that they spoke on this topic. We did a little group brainstorming, and I wasn't fully both feet in on Lularoe until I went out to this training. It allowed me to reflect on a lot of things and a lot of reasons why I thought I was a victim. And I had a pretty bad mentality about different aspects of stuff. And not all, I mean, some of it was Lularoe based, some of it was personal life based, some of it was circumstance based. And I found myself being in the dreaded drama triangle. And I didn't know that. I was playing the victim card, or persecuting other people, or rescuing other people that didn't need rescuing. And it kind of opened my eyes to it all. Let me be able to look at things in a different light, a different lens, so to speak. And hearing other people say some of the same things that I was thinking or feeling, and then realizing that there's a whole other way to think about stuff. And I could have been doing that and being much happier, much further ahead, much at ease with things, than instead of concentrating on the negative and the bad and everybody's out to get you. And with Lularoe in their business here, I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It was when it's convenient for me. It was, something would happen and I'd get into the victim mentality. That shouldn't happen to me, this, that, and other. And I'd walk away for, a week or two. And through this, hearing some people talk about some things, reading this book, The Power of TED, it has opened my eyes, made me change course on a lot of the ways I viewed stuff, and I am 100% both feet in. Because why not? This is a great opportunity. It's a great company. We have a great team, and we want to see everybody succeed. We want to see other people's lives get blessed like ours has been. So without further ado, now I'll jump over to the slides and I'll share some of that with you, and I'll kind of narrate through these. All right. This is an invitation to suspend your belief. Basically, what you think you know about your life situation, whether it be relationship, physical health, mental health, financial health, family security, stuff like that, personal security. It gives you a chance to look at things in a different light. Some people have the ability already to look at stuff from the empowerment dynamic, from a positive light versus the dreaded drama triangle, which is a negative light. And those are the two mindsets. One is a negative view on everything, and a why is this happening to me? Woe is me. And the other one is, okay, I see this happening, but I'm going to make the best of it anyways. Completely different viewpoints, completely different outcomes with how stuff works. Where does drama come from? I just kind of touched on this a little bit. It comes from life events, um, personal events, family tragedies, personal tragedies. It could be relationships. It can be a job. It can be coworkers. It can be a natural disaster. It could be anything and everything under the sun. Because it can create a negative emotional response. It can create the need for you to identify with other people who feel the same way you do. And it drives the dreaded drama triangle. This is the dreaded drama triangle. And it's not something people just made up. It's based on scientific deduction by some psychologists and people in the dreaded drama triangle who have a negative outlook and negative connotation on a lot of things. They're either the victim, the persecutor, or the rescuer. And it's kind of a never-ending circle because you can be any of these three people at any given time in your life. You can be all three of these people in one day. The victim is the easiest one to start with because the victim can be each and every one of us every single day of our lives if we choose to let it be. A person stuck in the victim's role in response to a difficult situation might ask, why did this happen to me? Why do I have all the bad luck? Why don't I get what other people get? And the bad luck one of these, the definition of this, it's kind of funny because I say all the time, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. And lo and behold, I didn't know, but it's a negative way to look at stuff. I just always said it jokingly, but I always kind of felt it in the back of my mind, that, yeah, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck. But I didn't really understand this as a way of looking at stuff, the role of the victim. And if we go around coveting what other people have, and why don't I have that? I work just as hard. I have the same degree. We live in the same neighborhood. We make the same amount of money, but he's getting the promotions or something along those lines. That is playing a victim because you're not taking control of your own self. You're letting other people dictate how you feel and not what you want and what you're motivated for. And that's part of being a victim, is letting other people control you. It's the biggest part of being a victim. Other people, things, events, stuff like that. The persecutor in the dreaded drama triangle has a strong need to control and be right. They have to manipulate, they have to control, they try to get ahead. They always want to know who's to blame for this. It wasn't me, so who else is to blame? Because I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just here to tell everybody else what they did wrong and to find out who did something else wrong too. And they always think they're right about something. Their way is the best way. Their way is the highway. Why don't they listen to me? Like I said earlier, they try to manipulate the situation to their benefit and they try to get ahead. The persecutors are usually the direct, what's the word I'm looking for? Persecutor can be a person, place, thing, event, time. And the victim is a victim because of a persecutor, whether it be an event, a person, place, time, thing, whatever. Now, a rescuer is a little bit different from the bunch. They're trying to help others, but they just don't know how to go about doing it the right way. Rescuers love jumping in and saving the day, even when not being asked to. And a rescuer may ask, how can I take your pain away? If I could do more, what else could I do? How can I fix this for you? I'm a rescuer. I've been a victim, I've been a persecutor, and I'm a very big rescuer. I can look back to when I was a kid. And I can see I have a very, very big rescue mentality. I like to find a problem, fix it, even if that person doesn't want it fixed or it doesn't need to be fixed for the organizational side of things, like the business side of things, or um, whatever it may be. And I did not understand that. And I've been told that by other people where they didn't want to be fixed, they didn't need to be fixed, they didn't need my help, and I didn't understand why. And now I do. It's kind of funny how that works. Um, you go through some, you know, trials and tribulations, and you think you're trying to do right, and you sitting there wondering, well, why am I doing it wrong? And the next thing you know, you're becoming the persecutor because now you're imposing on the victim your own beliefs, your own views. Why can't they just take my help? And it creates this big vicious circle because the next thing you know, somebody's going to be persecuting you as the persecutor. Now you're the victim, and it's kind of a never-ending cycle. And it's all up to you and how you want to view stuff. The exact opposite of the dreaded drama triangle is the empowerment dynamic. And instead of victim, you have a creator. Instead of a rescuer, you have a coach. And instead of a persecutor, you have a challenger. They serve somewhat similar roles, but it's the positive side of the dynamic. As a victim, you let everybody else influence you and everybody else decides how you're going to feel. As a creator, you're the one that's in charge of what you want to do. You're the one that's going to take that sour apple and make a nice pie out of it, or take lemons and make lemonade. As a challenger, you're going to challenge others to be better. You're going to be their cheerleader. You're going to be, you rah rah. Hey, let's do this together. Um, as a coach, it's a little bit similar to a challenger, but you're using all your life experiences, all the infinite knowledge and wisdom you have to assist other people. And by doing that, it's similar to kind of being like a sports coach for youth athletics, except for in youth athletics, you're not actually on the field kicking the goal, throwing the pass, tackling the players, whatever. You're just teaching the kids how to do it. They're teaching the players how to do it. It's a little bit different being a coach in the empowerment dynamic because you are actually in the field of play. You can physically help this person, if they so want it, to help them create their own destiny, show them the path to get to where they want to go, help them to challenge others, help them to challenge themselves, and eventually they might come full circle and then be a coach for somebody else. So they're all three of them are drastically different in their own right. Because as a creator, that's an individual. Now, as a challenger, I think of that as like a buddy team. Like, I'm going to be your cheerleader today, and you're going to be my cheerleader tomorrow. We're going to help each other get to where we want to go. Now, a coach has already been there, or they understand how to get there, and they're going to give you guidance and give you wisdom and get you to understand and ask those hard questions to you. Excuse me, to see if you really understand where you want to go and how you want to get there. So a creator asks the questions intended to create new opportunities and ways of seeing. A creator may ask, given this situation, how might I make the most of it? What is mine to do here? What do I really want given the situation? This is your opportunity at any juncture in life, any choice, any feeling, any thought, anything, to choose to be in charge of your own destiny, to be a creator of your own path. And you really got to look out for those moments in your life, because if you're not careful, you'll fall into the dreaded drama triangle and get sucked down into that, and you might miss the opportunity to take the path that you wanted for yourself in life. The challenger lets go of the need to be right and focuses instead on growth and learning, even in the face of the very difficult situations. A challenger may ask, what is the surprise learning in this setback? What is what is true given the situation? Where can we stay consistent with our values and still move forward? The challenger is somewhat similar to the creator because they're still trying and still making the conscious effort to stay on the rails. They have a goal, they have a path, they have a dream they're trying to achieve, and they can challenge themselves. They can challenge other people. Other people can challenge them. And basically, in any event in your life, if you have a setback or you fall into the dreaded drama triangle and pop back up, there's something to be learned from. There's something to take away from that, and you can grow from it. And even though, everything might seem like it's falling apart, the wheels are falling off the wagon, well, is that wagon still rolling forward? Can I fix it while it's still rolling forward, rolling towards my goals? Yeah, okay. That's kind of a challenge. So it's what you want to make of it, really. As long as you're not taking a step into the dreaded drama triangle and you're choosing to go forward, you're challenging yourself, you're challenging others, you're accepting others' challenges. Coaches partner with another person by asking better questions that create clarity, leaving the power and responsibility with the other person. Rather than doing for the other person what they can do for themselves, the coach may ask, what might be the opportunity in the change you are facing? How might you make the most of the situation? What is it you really care about? And these are the questions that a coach will ask a creator, a coach will ask a challenger to help them really hone in on what it is they want to attain, what that path is they're trying to go down. How, despite setbacks or despite hardships, are you still able to look at the positives, take something positive away? They're able to use their infinite wisdom and their life experiences to say, I've been there, I've done it, let me show you how, and then you can do it. I don't have to take your hand and do it for you, but I'm going to advise you, I'm going to mentor you, I'm going to be there for you. That's what a coach's job is in the empowerment dynamic versus the rescuer who just did everything for you. That was in the dreaded drama triangle. We want to move away from that and to be able to empower others, because the goal of the coach and the challenger and the creator is all about empowering yourself, empowering others, or empowering a team. So you have two choices every day in life: take the negative route or take the positive route. Do you want others to feel sorry for you, or do you want others to look up to you? Do you want others to aspire to be you? Now, I'm not, you know, anything perfect. I know that. I've been stuck in the dreaded drama triangle for years. There's a few splashes of the empowerment dynamic, but I want to be in the empowerment dynamic. I want to be a creator of our own destiny, a creator of our vision in life for our team, our vision for me and Christy, our vision for our family, our vision for our journey with Lularoe. And we can't set realistic goals without having a positive mindset. We can't dream and aspire to do something without taking accountability for ourselves and our own actions, our own thoughts, and to use the empowerment dynamic to help each other, to help the team, to help ourselves. And we're not doing it by stepping on each other's heads and putting people down. We're doing it by lifting up and enriching each other's lives. We want you guys on this journey with us. We want you guys to grow. We want you guys to achieve whatever your dreams and goals may be. You can set them as high as you want. And you know what? There's nothing in your way except for yourself. We stop ourselves from achieving our own dreams and our own goals. How hard do you want to work for it? How bad do you want it? Are you willing to put the time and the effort in? Because everybody can sit back and say, hey, I'm a victim. I don't have enough time in the day. I got too much going on in my home life. I have a full-time job. I was sick. I had a child. I'm not saying these are all bad things. I'm saying that you have the ability to inject as much as you want into your dreams and your goals to get to where you need to go. And that's what lenses am I looking through is what I kind of just talked about there. You can look through jaded lenses or rose-colored glasses. It depends on what you want. The way you talk about yourself and your life, your story, has a great deal to what shows up in your day-to-day experiences. Your thoughts create filters as a victim or a creator. Your filter, or you filter all that happens to you. I'm sorry. You filter all that happens to you, find plenty of evidence to support that viewpoint. That is why the orientation you adopt is so important. It exerts a powerful influence in your life's directions. As a creator, passion, desire, and love become your primary motivation. Though fear still comes up from time to time, the creator stance increases your capacity to deal with anxiety in ways that actually enhance your creativity rather than reacting to your circumstances. That's what a victim does. You begin to create your experiences, and that choice is yours. So, I guess the biggest takeaway from this for me is nobody can make me do a certain thing. Nobody can make me feel a certain way. Nobody can force me to do anything. I allow that to happen. I've allowed negativity in my life. And this book has given me a very insightful read in different things. It's given me the ability to look at any situation that may come up. You know, it could be every couple of days, it could be 10 times in a day. And it lets you say, hey, how do I want to approach this? Do I want it to be a negative or do I want it to be a positive? And I've really seen that by changing how I approach things, it's way easier for me to roll through life. And for years, I was Debbie Downer. I was the guy that I wanted other people to know the wrongs of my life, how life had me down, how much my situation sucked, and whatever else it may be. But you know what? It didn't. It was me. It was me choosing to be negative, to try to find like-minded individuals that, you know, wanted to feel that way too, instead of picking myself up and then picking up others around me. So I hope you guys can take something away positive out of this. It's been a very enlightening couple weeks for me. A lot of self-reflecting, a lot of wouldn't say meditation, but I've done a lot of thinking and a lot of tweaking in how I react to situations, how I view situations. And it's made life a heck of a lot smoother, I can tell you that. So I suggest read The Power of Ted. It's about 130 pages, take you 4 to 6 hours or so. It's a fiction-based book written by a psychologist. And it's not one of those thick, heavy self-help books. It's kind of a story of 3 individuals and their paths through life and how their life experiences play into the dreaded drama triangle or play into the empowerment dynamic. And it is a very interesting read. I've read some parts of it 2 and 3 times, and I still have the desire to go back and read it again, actually. So I'm going to probably read it again here the next week or two. I'm sure I'll pull some new nuggets out of it. And I plan on going forward, reading a lot of the reading list for Lularoe. And we'll probably do some trainings on almost all of them because their leadership development team and their leadership style is derived from all these books. All the books you hear them talk about, all the authors you hear them talk about, they are the ones who helped form and shape the leadership within Lularoe who does our training. So if you want some insight on stuff, I suggest checking out some of the books on the list. Start with The Power of Ted. It's a great book, and I think it can do all of us justice and help us all out. So even if you are already in the empowerment dynamic, it wouldn't hurt to brush up. So, all right. Thank you all for checking us out. I apologize if I said a lot. So I'll get better at these. Okay. So you guys take care, and we will be in touch.